Most dentists believe patients say yes because of better explanations. I don't. I believe patients say yes because of better questions. That's a radical shift because explanations transfer information, questions create discovery, and people trust discoveries they make themselves far more than conclusions someone else gives them. Have you ever walked away from a patient consultation thinking, I've explained everything perfectly? You answered every question, reviewed every x-ray, explained every procedure, discussed every option, and the patients looked at you and said, I'd like to think about it. Ever wonder why? Maybe it wasn't because you failed to explain. Maybe you explained before you understood. For years, I thought my job was to communicate better, to become a better presenter, to explain treatment more clearly. And while those things matter, I eventually realized something much more important. The quality of my explanation was never as important as the quality of my understanding. Because when people don't feel understood, they rarely become open to understanding us. So today, I want to introduce you to one idea that has shaped almost every meaningful conversation I've had with patients. It's incredibly simple, but it changes everything. Stop trying to have the right answers. We're trained to have answers. Dentists solve problems. That's what you do. Patient has decay, you solve it. Broken tooth, you solve it. Missing tooth, you solve it. Clinically, that's right. But human beings don't always need solutions first. Sometimes they need someone who genuinely is interested in understanding their experience. Those are completely different things. I realized something one day. The patients who accepted comprehensive care weren't necessarily the patients who received the best explanation. They were the patients who felt the deepest understanding. Think about that. Understanding came first. Treatment came second. One question has probably influenced my career more than any other. What inspired you to come see us today? Notice I didn't ask what tooth hurts or what brings you in. Those gather information. But what inspired you invites a story, and stories reveal motivation. Because here's the truth. Patients almost never call a dental office because of a cavity. They call because something in life became important enough to act. A wedding, a grandchild, pain, embarrassment, retirement, a new relationship, a job interview, a health scare. Life always comes before dentistry. One of my favorite questions is, what if we came into every conversation believing there was something remarkable waiting to be discovered? Think about what changes. Instead of preparing your response, you're paying attention. Instead of waiting for your turn to talk, you're wondering. Instead of solving, you're discovering. Wonder slows us down, and people feel that. Here are a few of the questions that have changed my conversations forever. What inspired you to call us today? What are you hoping will be different? What has this been like for you? What concerns you the most? What would success look like a year from now? And one of my favorites, after a patient hesitates, tell me what had you pause. Not, do you have any questions? Not, is it the money? Not, what are your objections? Simply, tell me what had you pause. Because that pause is where the truth usually lives. Here's what's amazing. When people feel safe, they tell you things you could never have guessed. They'll tell you they're embarrassed. They'll tell you they're scared. They'll tell you about the last dentist who shamed them. They'll tell you about losing a spouse or losing a job. Being afraid they'll spend the money and still not be happy. None of that shows up in an x-ray, but all of it affects whether they move forward. We're entering an incredible era. Technology can diagnose faster. AI can organize information. Digital workflows will continue transforming dentistry, and I'm excited about all of that. But none of those technology can look a patient in the eyes and recognize the fear behind the smile. None of them can notice the tears a patient is trying to hide. None of them can ask, "What are you thinking right now?" Technology processes information. Humans create transformation. And that's why I believe the future of dentistry is still profoundly human. The next time you sit down with a patient, don't challenge yourself to explain better. Challenge yourself to understand better, because understanding changes everything. Patients feel it, teams feel it, doctors feel it, and practices grow because of it. I'll leave you with this. People don't remember every word you said. They remember how they felt while they were sitting with you. Did they feel judged or accepted? Did they feel rushed or important? Did they feel like a treatment plan or like a person? Because every breakthrough I've ever witnessed started with one honest conversation. If you're a practice owner trying to build a healthier culture, improve patient communication, or create sustainable growth, send me a message. I'd love to hear what you're working on. And if this conversation resonated with you, subscribe and follow along. I've got a lot more to say because these are the conversation dentistry desperately needs.